Why, hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield. And we're back with a live stream. A very unexpected live stream today, my friends. I was going to play a game. I'm going to kind of review this game for you guys a little bit. This is unusual. We won't do this very often. We mainly do Lord of the Rings content if you're watching this as a video later or live right now. We don't usually do other games like this, but for the future, quick little house upkeep from my channel for people who just clicked this to see what this was. I'm planning on trying to do three different days of live streaming. I'm going to try to keep it to under 2 hours because when I go over 2 hours, I get really tired. But I want to be able to do live streaming more often for you guys. So I'll probably do an hour and a half to 2 hours, and I'm thinking 3 times a day. I have a vote on the community tab. Check it out. One of them will always be LOTRO, the Lord of the Rings Online. The other one will either be LOTRO, Rise to War, or some kind of Lord of the Rings game, maybe Lego Lord of the Rings, that kind of thing. And then the third one could still be Lord of the Rings content, but it could also be any game that we might want to review, an MMO, anything. Like, for example, I want to review this game today. My friends and me have been playing this game. It's rather fun. Disclaimer, it's not as good as LOTRO in my own personal opinion, but it is very fun. It's very fun to play, and it looks really cool. It's a very cool art style. Again, art style is a very cool thing. It's that more anime style of art. As you can see, there's an anime character right here. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and log in. All right, let's do this. But the in-game doesn't look quite as anime as the actual, like, their loading screen arts. So, anyway, you'll see. So, it does have an anime feel. I mean, your character looks like it, but I actually really like the art style of the game. It's very fun. The combat is extremely, entertaining, but rather simple, actually. Like, it feels, there's combinations you can do and stuff, but it really feels kind of simplistic compared to LOTRO, of all things, even though it's such a younger, you know, like, this game just came out this last year, wherein LOTRO's 15 years old, but yet LOTRO feels a little more complex, and yet LOTRO's a tab targeting MMO system. But again, it's because you have to know your skills and times. There's a lot more to LOTRO than meets the eye, which is a positive to LOTRO. But anyway, so this is my character here. I think the sound is pretty balanced. I don't know if the combat is too quiet now. I'm not sure. I was trying to balance my sounds here. I'm going to do this. It sounds a little quiet to my ear now. But it's got great music. Great background music, this game, you guys. It's so good. But anyway, I will also be doing LOTRO invites during the stream. So if anyone needs a LOTRO invite, please let me know. Alright, well, I'm doing, and also the storylines are very interesting. So basically, the storyline of this game so far, I'm not played very much of it yet. I've played like maybe 3 hours of it, right, 3 or 4 hours, enough where I can play it competently for you guys. But basically, the storyline is there's these towers, right, Tower of Fantasy, hence, you like my little joke in the title there, a dwarf in Tower of Fantasy? Yes, Peruk Kazan. Sadly, I couldn't make my guy a dwarf, so I kind of made him just look as much as like me, but anime style. Except he couldn't wear a hat, which made me sad. But that's okay. What I was saying? The towers basically are these things that power this main tower up in the middle somewhere, which you can see right there, right? And there's this whole, like, we're trying to figure out what's going on. Someone stole this certain rare material, and we're basically trying to save. And right now in the storyline, we're helping this one guy is like kind of like he was like a good scientist, now he's kind of like a mad scientist. He's trying to like help his son no matter what, but his son, basically he turned him into this robot monster, and now I have to defeat him, so we'll see what happens. That's where we are right now. So here's his son, who's now like a floating robot monster. So now you just see some combat. So it's pretty simplistic. You can dodge, like teleport kind of thing. And then left click is, your weapon depends on your abilities in this game, which is very interesting. There's no classes in this game. It all depends on the weapon you're using. So I'm kind of like a brawler with magical powers, all right? So a little bit like LOTRO in that way with the glove. And also, again, very, very fun to play, you know? Like, really super entertaining, if that makes sense. And again, I was going to do this, whether I live stream or not. I was going to be playing this game today, so I thought, I'll be on here in case people want to join for the join the Kinship on LOTRO while I Alright, let's see. Got a little cutscene. Again, graphics-wise, too, I actually think LOTRO's graphics are better. Alright, I know this is an art style. Like I always say to people with LOTRO, it's an art style. People say it's not good. But... another character. Again, I'm not going to explain everything. Alright, so he beat that guy up, so now we're going to go over it.
Kolador had a chance to work with us to save Theo, but
Pretty
he
good
refused.
Voice acting, though.
And you saw what happened.
Seek! You can't trust them!
Number 2, take me to see him.
Ha!
So anyway, what happened is, at the beginning of this, is that character, Zeke, basically was, his sister turned into some kind of monster. There's some kind of, like, condition in this world where they, like, turn into, like, a monster. You know, it's more like, it's fantasy, right? Fantasy, space age kind of thing. And, basically he joined this group that are very elite, that have, like, a way to save her. But now, like, my character has no idea, and he's, like, trying to, like, figure it out, so... Again, the character you play is even voiced over, which is very interesting.
My son.
You're seriously hurt, Mr. Kolador.
Not only am I a failed husband, a failed father as well.
So he tried to save his wife from the same condition. She died, and now he was trying to save this kid, and, well, I guess he died just now.
Go to 201. See Sean. He's got what you want. Forgive me.
So anyway, that was a little whole cutscene thing, so. Again, if I was gonna rate the game for you guys, so far, storyline, music, all thumbs up. I would rate them out individually. I would say music is like, for this kind of game and background, it's like a 4.5 out of 5. It's really good. The storyline so far has been like almost a 5 out of 5. The actual graphics, I mean, I like them. They're nice, but I actually prefer LOTRO's look of art style. So I'd say the graphics are like a 3 out of 5 for me in this game. They're not amazing. They're not really amazing. They look cool. It's definitely an art style. I don't want to attack it though because I think they're cool. I love how the orbs look and stuff too on this ability, this armor, or this weapon. And then I would also rate the actual gameplay of moving through. It's much easier than LOTRO, and it's just like I don't like it as much as LOTRO. Does that make sense? I don't quite like it as much because it's just really simplistic to get through it. LOTRO, you actually have to have some thought in what you're doing with quests. This one, like, I do like the fact that it's very simple that it follows the quest line. But you basically just have to follow the story, and you kind of level up as you explore things. You find exploring points, and that's how you kind of level up. Which, again, for some people in this day and age, that's good. I like a little bit more complexity in my games than that. So. Alright. Thanks for stopping by, Zone. I appreciate it. I know. It's 1:30 p.m. for me, but for you guys in Europe, it's almost midnight there, huh, for some of you. Or it's getting close. Well, thanks for stopping by to say hi real quick. Anyway, I'm kind of rating this game today. I was going to play it by myself, and I thought, oh, you know what? I might as well do it. I'm thinking Thursdays might be a day where I just try other games, including other Lord of the Rings games, and rate them for you guys on live streams kind of thing. And then I'm going to have another solid day that'll be an always LOTRO streaming day, which will be my most common one, which will probably be Saturday or Sunday. And then I'll have another day that'll be for either LOTRO Rise to War or some other Lord of the Rings game title. That will probably be on, you know, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. That's my goal. I'm thinking Thursdays might just be a day where I just chill and I play whatever game I want to play at that moment, and I stream it for you guys. And then I can give you guys kinship invites to LOTRO at the same time, right? So, we'll see. So here's another
How's it looking there?
Again, very anime,
Did
right?
you find Theo and Mr. Kolador?
So these are
Mr.
the
Kolador
characters
is
that
hurt
kind of built
badly
the
and
story
requires
up already.
immediate attention. As for Theo,
Well, hello.
I'm sorry, Hilda.
We're doing something very unusual today. Welcome, welcome.
No.
We're playing the new
too late.
MMO. I'm testing it out just for fun. Again, this is very
Franz,
unusual because
I
most
ran
everything I
into
do on the
Zeke and
channel
that
is Lord of the
cyborg
Rings.
woman in there.
But I was gonna play this anyway, and I thought, hey, if anyone needs kinship infights to Crick Hollow on Lord of the Rings Online in the background while I'm playing this, I might as well sit here for an hour or two and see you guys and give you a review of this game. I was just reviewing it and saying that I think it's a good game. I enjoy it all around, but I don't like it nearly as much as I do LOTRO. So, for many different reasons.
However, shutting off Omnium Tower is the pressing issue. Did
Again,
you find the Astrum?
graphically, I actually like the graphics better in LOTRO than this. This is an art style, just like LOTRO is, but I like the art style
Found
better
the Astrum, but it's
Lord of the
depleted
Rings.
and has to be recharged.
Storyline is actually very, very good in this for their made-up storyline, for their what's going on in the story.
Mr. Collador mentioned Sean in 201 has what we're looking
But
for.
it's
what is
not as
201?
good as, of course, as their side stories. In this is Tower of Fantasy. It's a newer MMO game. It's not Lord of the
I
Rings.
think he
It's
meant
more of like an
Shelter
anime
201,
style game.
southeast side of
But-
Ganges Port. Quite a
And just
distance
comparing it to
from here.
LOTRO, I want to see like other. I've played a lot of MMOs. I've always been an MMO player, so I could do reviews for you guys of other games too. But I definitely like LOTRO better still.
I'll
It's
mark
fun
it
though.
on your
It's
map.
relaxing game.
Check
It's
it out
fun.
as soon
It's
as
got good
possible.
music.
Let me know if you
just like
find
LOTRO.
anything.
This game has very good music. It's not nearly as iconic sounding as LOTRO, but it's very good music, very good little background music depending on the mood, depending on what you're doing. The combat's very fun. It's really fun combat. Like, the actual abilities are really fun to use. It's aimed combat. Like, for example, the MMO Terra Online. It's more similar to that. But it's actually, like, feels less complex than LOTRO, which is very funny because LOTRO is a tab targeting MMO. So, it's very weird that this is, like, less complex than that, even though it's an aimed one, because really there's only certain combinations. There's combinations you can do. So if I hold a certain combination, it'll do different things. And I can jump and do it, and it does like a hit on the ground or like shoot. And you don't have classes in this. It changes depending on what weapon you have, which is very interesting. Your son? Does your son play this game, or is he more like he's not touching it kind of thing? Again, I had like 8 friends that really wanted me to play this game with them. And so I started playing it the other day. And it is fun, it's entertaining, and you know what? It doesn't really need as much time as other games put into it, other MMOs. Because, I mean, I'm already level 25, and I've only put in like, I don't know. Well, I probably put in like 3 hours. It's not quite as difficult, though, as other MMOs. They make it very streamlined and stuff. Again, I feel like they almost, with new MMOs, as much as, again, I'm not trying to bash this game, I really like it so far, but they coddle us a little bit too much, you know? It's like, oh, people want everything to be exactly what they want, and, you know, we won't I'm kind of like, well, I kind of want a little bit of challenge. I want a little bit of a learning curve. I don't want it to be super, super simple. You know what I mean? Which this game has some learning stuff, but other stuff, it's, you know, kind of simple. Again, the combat feels really fun to do. It's like flash around, you feel very anime power. You definitely feel a little overpowered. Like, I definitely would say that, a little overpowered compared to LOTRO, where you feel a little bit more balanced when you're on level with other creatures. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh man, I've played hundreds of hours of Ark Survival. I like that game. I've just never done anything on the channel. Again, I try to stay a little bit, you know, I stay on Tolkien because that's my love. That's why I do most of the Tolkien stuff on the channel. But I know that once people, you know, sometimes people like to see a little bit of something different, a little fresh. As long as I'm not changing the channel to be all about that, right? Because my goal with this channel, I'm always gonna be mostly Tolkien stuff. Alright, they're defeated. So I'm trying to remember, so I have to go to my next quest marker. Well, there's a supply thing over there. Let's see, is that where I'm supposed to go right now? No, but I can learn this thing. This is like a special instance, so like, you know, like in LOTRO, guys, this is like an instance, I'm pretty sure I can go into and do. I believe that's what it is. Yeah, exactly. I couldn't agree more with this comment. It's like, it's fun to try other things, but like you always like go back to Lord of the Rings, especially for me, LOTRO, because it's just like, it's just what I love. You know what I mean? Like, I just love doing that. But again, I'm someone, I always tell people this, I'm a big fantasy person, both sci-fi and medieval fantasy, or, you know, fantasy more like Tolkien-ish. I kind of like them both. So I'm a big Star Wars fan, you know, Harry Potter, Star Trek, I love all that stuff. But Tolkien's still my absolute favorite, but they're all awesome. I'm playing this on a PC with the keyboard right now. Yeah, so it works it feels very nice. Sometimes when you play games that are designed for a console on the PC, it's kind of complicated with the mouse. But this one, feels pretty good. Again, I might have to upgrade my... Again, everything revolves around your weapon in this game. There's no classes, which is very interesting to me. Again, most MMOs seem to have classes, so that was an interesting difference. It's very fresh. It feels a little fresh and different. I kind of like it. There are MMOs that haven't used classes in the past, but... There's a boss guy up there, it looks like. So you see I was able to dodge that, and I get this like chrono thing where everything's slowed down for a second for me. In that circle. I think it's an interesting effect. There's like a special combo you can do where you get like that quietness for a second. Everything freezes for you to do like slow-mo. Basically, it really gives you that feel of being a powerful anime character. That's really what it is, where everything's like, you know, everything's dragged out and more dramatic in anime, right? And emotionally and battle-wise, and everything's like, which kind of like adds a cool depth to good story animes. Again, I'm a fan of good story animes. I'm not a fan of inappropriate animes. And again, there's a lot of really good story animes. You just have to filter through sometimes to find the right ones. But this game, very clean, very fun, great storylines, super fun. This is great. I mean, I would recommend this for any young kid. If someone has a child that wants to play a game that's more simple, but they like anime, this has so far been very, very clean. Even modest were the character's clothing so far. I haven't seen anything that seems unmodest. For my older crowd on the channel. Might have kids. I did not play Exiles. I've seen it though. I know what you're talking about. Okay. Oh, awesome. Well, Johnny, awesome. Well, this is very unusual. I'm exploring a different game just for fun. But most of my stuff here on the channel is going to always be LOTRO or Lord of the Rings content. But I wanted to try this out just for fun. Well, I give you guys kinship invites. Johnny, if you are coming back to the game and you don't have a character and you want to like join our kinship on Crick Hollow, I will be inviting people for the next hour or so during the stream. So I'll hop on LOTRO and invite people on a Crick Hollow. You have to be on the server though, but if you'd like to join our group, and I think I tossed this on here. Oh, I pushed the button. Again, I like the puzzles in this game. Okay, so I just... Let's see, how do I just drop this without... Oh, that button, weird. I would not have expected it to be that button. There we go. Yeah, I know. You never regret coming back to LOTRO. It's a great thing. Yeah, and there's a bunch of great servers. We have Crick Hollow, Landreval, Arkenstone. All of those servers are really good. There's a couple other really good ones too. Do I need to? What do I have to do here? There's like, this is like a puzzle, which is actually kind of interesting. So I'm assuming I have to burn this with fire. Like there's different elements that can break through these things. Yeah, but and I plan on having characters to hang out with people on every server, but I'm gonna stick to having the kinship on Crick Hollow because it allows me to be able to help people the best because all of my characters are there and all of my crafting and resources. All right, let's see. So I probably need to like bring up. There's a box right there. Oh, there's a bag. Hey, out of my way. All right, here's the slow-mo. Ahaha! Got him. Alright, I got a box. I like how my character, it looks like he should get crushed by this box right now. This box looks way too big for me to carry. So I assume I need to drop this box over here first and then let me get the other box and then I can bring them both to the front. That's my guess. That would make the most sense. All right, so I put the box on that puzzle piece and I bet you it opens this one. Yeah, look at that, there it is. All right, so now I bring this one over here. I wish you could run. Apparently you can't. All right, drop that on there and now I run back over here, grab this box. Come with me, Mr. Box. I made noobs on Crick Hollow, Johnny. Right. Yeah. Johnny, they don't ever usually do, but if you were on a server that got merged and you didn't come and get on within a year or something of that time, they may have deleted characters, but I don't think so. I think I particularly remember them saying if you have a merged server, your character will just sit there kind of in limbo in the server, and because that server will be closed, your character, and then you'll have to be forced to choose a server you want to transfer for free that character to. So if you have the same account and login info, your character should still be there, even if you played back 14 years ago. Do you have the same account info, Johnny, still? Like, don't tell us, but you know what I mean? Did you sign up with the same stuff? Oh, they're on Arkansas. It's one of the biggest servers still. That's still there. You shouldn't have any issue then. They should still be there. Yeah, it depends, but yeah, there are times that maybe starting a new character would be a little easier for you in LOTRO. Like there is a time. Oh wow, look at this crazy monster. But yeah, Johnny, if you do, let's fight this guy. Wow, he's crazy looking. If you want to join us too on the Crick Hollow with your noob on the Crick, if you made a character on Crick Hollow and you're out of the intro thing, I can give you an invite to the Kinship too. There it is, slow-mo. Again, combat very, very fun in this game. But I still enjoy combat in LOTRO just as much. It's just different. It's a different game. He's trying to block me, and I'm over here like, I don't care if you're trying to block me. He's got a like health bar that drops more and more depending on how much you hit him, apparently. Ooh. Wow, he got me. I actually took damage there. Did he get tired or something? What's going on? I shoot you with cannon. Die. Alright, he's down to his last health bar. But apparently he gets a shield every time. Great. Again, if you notice in this game, it's a brand new game and the numbers are already kind of big. Like, it's already in the thousands. And I'm only level 25. I don't know the actual level cap of this game right now. I think someone said it was like in the, like, it was a weird number. It was like in the 40s or something, which is really weird. Usually, they always start at like 50. Oh, there we go. Aha. Victory. Oh, wow. Ah, he got me. Oh, he dead now. Alright, well, defeated that guy. So apparently that was a mini dungeon, or instance in this game. Oh, we got a question. What about LOTRO pets? Yeah, exactly. Taking a break, but always come back to LOTRO. That is the motto of this channel as well. So I'm glad you all feel that way. Hence why we're trying a different game today while I'm doing Kinship Invite. But this is just because I wanted to chill and play this game anyway. So I decided that I would live stream a little bit with it. All right, well, there we go. We got our reward. We can leave. Yeah, no, getting deeds for pets is awesome. Oh yeah, just doing deeds constantly could wear you out. Yeah, yes, that can be a thing. Again, one thing about this game, there's like exploring things in this game. So for example, walking up to this bush, and like if I hit this, it's a one-time thing, but then I have to like hit this thing in the air with a certain weapon, and I can get it, and that's like an exploring deed, and I earn stuff for it. But again, as much as it's a very easy way to get XP and like get the like deed done in the game, it feels a little I feel like you get a little repetitious. So I actually like, I think LOTRO's might be a little less repetitious, which is saying something, since some of them are just Slayer deeds. Johnny, a characteraholic. Yes, yes. I may have that issue too in LOTRO. All right, so can I just loot this thing without him seeing me? Because that'd be hilarious. He sees me, but I'm looting it anyway. All right, I'll kill him. This weapon actually has some cool abilities. If I go over here like this, I'm gonna charge up my power here. You have a little power bar next to your guy. Oh, he interrupted me. This guy's just gonna run at me over and over, apparently. There we go, that looks pretty cool, huh? Ow. This guy likes to just belly flop people, apparently. The aiming thing can get a little hard though. It's definitely a different playstyle than LOTRO to aim abilities. Again, I played a lot of Terra Online back in the day too, which is a very fun MMO as well. Kinda, it plays more like this game, Tower Fantasy. Alright, he's dead. Yeah, you did lose, buddy boy. Alright. I really like my super glove hammer punching though. Altanon? Oh no. I get the joke. I just saw it. Alright, so let's get to, I want to do more of the chapter quest. Where do I need to go for the chapter quest here? Way down there, huh? Wow, okay. So this is pretty cool. Check this out. I'm just gonna go and ride on the ocean with my little surfboard. and I need to go down to that bottom point. So I'm just going to travel on the coast because it's way faster than my land mount. Again, travel in this game. There's ways to teleport just like in LOTRO, but the travel in this game, they give you a jetpack to hop around to do puzzles. They give you a moving mount for the land, and they also give you a faster mount for the water, which I find very, very cool. And one thing I have been recommending that LOTRO does now for a while is they really need to give us water mounts. Like, it'd be cool if they gave us a mount where we could travel up the Brandywine, you know, at high speeds, you know, 2 times as fast as a horse or something. That would be really cool. You'd actually use the waterways in LOTRO to travel around, which would be kind of fun. Again, maybe if they, you know, Swan Fleet has a lot of rivers, it'd be kind of cool if they added in a boat mount during that. I also would love it, of course, if we got flying mounts to see the scenery in LOTRO, but that's a lot of... I understand the technical difficulties of doing sky mounts when the system has never designed to have an up and down system, hence why you can't swim underwater in LOTRO. I think it would be cool if they implemented the ability to be able to have a flying mount so you could see the view from up high. Of course, I know they'd have to do a little bit of updates, but I mean, LOTRO looks pretty good from distance still. And maybe going underwater, that would be really cool. I think it would be a cool like little addition to the game. You know, just kind of more like a world-enhancing building thing for LOTRO. I think it would be cool. All right, so I need to get up this cliff. So time to use jetpack. You can also climb in this game, just up any sheer cliff, but it takes your energy or whatever. So, oh, that's what I wanted to do. I'm gonna have to wait for my jetpack here for a second, I think. So we'll chill for a minute and look at this ocean. Again, water graphics actually in LOTRO look better. So this is on full graphics. Now granted, I'm streaming to you guys in 1080, but even on my 2K screen, it doesn't look as good. But it's still fun to play. Oh, that's true. It did take, you're right. Elvin says it took him a long time to give water mounts. That's true, that's true. Yeah, it would be really, really cool to be able to travel in LOTRO down the river. It'd be super, super cool. I really wish they would, like, add things like that. Like, again, I know that, like, that's not something necessary for the game, but since LOTRO players take LOTRO so... like, we take it so, like, seriously, where we like to just literally relax or have a hobby of doing something, even if it's role-playing, that, like, I think that would be well received by our community if they were like, oh, we're gonna put in, you know, you can have a boat, right? You can help people travel with your boat. You can have multiple. That would be a cool one. Like, you know how World of Warcraft has a mount where you can have someone else hop on with you? Like, I think that would be really cool if you could just give people rides or help out your friend. You can give them a ride. And then again, I think that if they ever did implement the engine system in that engine, have up and down movement to go either underwater or to fly, that'd be really, really cool in LOTRO. I would really love that. Again, kind of like they have here in Tower of Fantasy. But again, those are different engines, so it might be logistically very, very hard to do up and down. But they could easily do water mounts on top of the water, like boats. They could easily do that in LOTRO. So that's step one. Give us water boats that go faster than horses. That'd be really cool. Yeah, exactly. Like in Lost Ark. Yep. Yeah, that's a great suggestion, Johnny. I could totally do some more. I've done a couple things, but I haven't made like a video entitled, you know, a tier list video of any of those things. But that's a good idea. I could definitely do that for LOTRO. Absolutely. Even just opinion, like you're saying, tier lists. Like my personal favorite places to level. I've done a couple guides on different leveling areas, and I plan to add to that, but it's a lot of it's a lot of thinking ahead and planning to make sure I'm giving you guys good info. So it's been in the works. It's amazing how much time it takes just to put in info. So I appreciate you guys' likes and subscribes, my a couple Patreons, because it really does take a lot of time to put in. I mean, I'm putting like 35, 40 hours into my channel a week, and that's just like, that's like the recording and editing part. That's not like adding on to planning and stuff. No, this is not. This is called Tower of Fantasy. It looks kind of like Genshin Impact. Everyone's really into that game too. This one's another one. I have not played Genshin Impact. This is Tower of Fantasy. I just was playing it today by myself anyway. So I was like, hey, you know, I'll invite people to LOTRO during it and we can talk about this and rate it. Again, since you're more of you here now, I've already talked about it, but I would rate this game, if we're going to talk about graphical wise, I like LOTRO graphics better. Again, this is supposed to be anime style. It's a graphic card, I get that. But it still looks cool. Like, I like it, but it's, you know, it's not, I think LOTRO looks better graphics, in my opinion. The music in this game, it's not as good as LOTRO, but it's good. It's got good music. It changes depending on what you're doing right now. We're like sneaking into a place, so you can tell it has like a sneaky vibe, the music. So the music's pretty good. I have yet to get very far into the game with group content to see how good that is, but the gameplay combat is very fun. It's very simplistic actually, especially since it's an aimed combat system, kind of like Terra Online versus LOTRO that's a tab targeting system, and LOTRO actually feels like more complex than this, which is funny because LOTRO is a tab targeting system MMO, which a lot of people are like, oh, that's so old-fashioned. But LOTRO has so many things you can learn within that it doesn't feel as simple as the Tower of Fantasy does. But again, Tower of Fantasy, very, very fun to play. You feel very powerful, very anime style, you know, like it's very entertaining still. I still like it. This is on a PC. Is it cross-platform? I'm not entirely sure. Let's find out right now. I'll find out for you right now. We can Google it. Is Tower of Fantasy cross-platform or just PC?
According to Dexerto, yes, Tower of Fantasy
Yeah.
features full crossplay and cross-progression between PC
It
and
does.
iOS.
It has full. It says it has full crossplay and cross-progression even between PC, iOS, and Android devices. So, between devices, but doesn't work on console. That's the question. Let's look here. Can you play Tower of Fantasy on the Xbox or PlayStation? Hold on, it didn't type in the thing I wanted it to. We're gonna find out right now. As of right now, Tower of Fantasy has not found its way onto consoles, so no. It does not. It's not on the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4 or 5, or the Xbox. So there's the answer. But you can play it on your phones, Mac, or iOS or Android with the PC. So it's only PC or only phones. It does not. It's not on the console system. So they probably don't have the licensing yet because it's kind of a newer game. The Final Fantasy 14 mount can Switch allows 7 people. That's cool. Why don't that's the kind of stuff like I really wish they would do that in like LOTRO with mounts. Like give us a mammoth mount in LOTRO. You know, they're in Forachel. You can go up there, do a special Be Kindred with the people of Forachel or something, and then you could buy a mammoth mount that lets you have like, maybe a fellowship, 6 people on it. Or that would be so cool. It would be really, really cool. I kind of hope they'll do that in the future. I really do. It is kind of like Genshin Impact. Again, I have not played a lot of Genshin Impact. I might go play it by myself to see if it is like Tower of Fantasy. It probably is. Does Genshin Impact make it where there's no classes? It just depends on the weapon you have? Because that would be very similar. Because so far, this is the only game I've played where that's been a real big thing. I just want to make videos. Well, then you should make some videos. See, the thing is, again, I wasn't going to make a video today or a live stream, but I decided I was like, you know what? I'll just stream and talk about LOTRO in this game while I play it. Because I'm going to play it anyway by myself right now, so. Let's see. Who's this person? Corvus. I don't know. Some guy. Some random guy. All right. Let's go to our actual objective here. So here's our land mount. I have this cube that's actually pretty hilarious. It has the same effect when you click spacebar like in LOTRO where your mount will do stuff. Which I don't know if you guys all know that. In LOTRO, if you're not moving and you click space, your mount will make a whinny or a sound effect depending on what animal is your mount. Oh, what's this? Some kind of puzzle I had to get into? Oh, well, let's finish the chapter here. Should be right up here. Alright, so here's some person we gotta talk to.
Sorry, I don't recognize you.
Again,
Are you from out of town?
they're pretty much all voice acted for the main stories in this, which is kind of cool. But again, one reason I probably won't be doing it on the channel very much because I can't voice acted
Banges.
things.
Is this Shelter 201?
It's entertaining.
I
though.
need to speak with your leader.
That will be me. My name is Bailing.
She's like, that's me.
Banges has not heard
Here's
from
our little
you for
robot
days.
kid.
What happened? The hyenas attacked us, and we're down to our last power supply, food, medicine, and water. The comm is also too damaged to contact anyone.
Again, for children's sake of this game, if you were gonna let your kids play this, for my older crowd on the channel, older being, you know,
I need you to help
parents,
me find someone named Sean.
this is about the most
Mr.
scantily
Calidor told me
clad
this is where
I've
he
seen
is.
in the game so far. Where it's like,
Sean?
and that's not that bad,
But
in my
we
opinion.
don't have a Sean here.
Which is good for an
Maybe
anime
I'm
game,
mistaken.
in my opinion.
I'll ask
Because
around.
I don't watch animes that are, you know.
Thank you. Meanwhile,
I only
can
watch the
help
ones
you
that
with
have good
problems in the
storylines
shelter.
that are
Just
entertaining.
let me know.
Water supply is currently
Yeah, and I
our
am a
biggest
fan of the good
concern.
animes,
The
though.
only
There's some really
purifier
good ones
broke
out there, you
down
guys.
and needed a new filter. On top of that,
Better than
there's
most
no
TV
power supply
shows.
to run
And
anything.
since a lot of them come from Japan, it's kind of fun because you kind of get their storytelling. Spellbreak. Oh, yeah. Spellbreak is a really fun game. I've played that. That's a
The
very fun
hyenas
game.
hijacked all of our spare parts. We have to get the filter back.
It does look like Pokemon graphics. It really does. How they're like, their eyes are colored and stuff. It does look like the graphics from that. You're right, Elvin. Totally. I can totally see that. Again, Pokemon games. Oh, I'm a big Pokemon
No
fan
problem.
too back in the day.
Just give me their coordinates.
I
and
should
I'll get
just,
the stuff back for you.
my channel isn't about Pokemon. I do Lord of the Rings, but I should, like, on my collection playlist, just like real quick video show you guys some of my Pokemon cards from when I was young. My cousins gave me a bunch too. I have like over 1,000 from like the originals, from like the first, you know, groups of Pokemon cards. It costs $40 on the Final Fantasy mount. Whoa! So it can hold 8 people. Raids and 14 are 8 people. Okay. It costs $40. So you can only, it's Final Fantasy 14, you can only get the mount through money. It's not like something like, see, I think if LOTRO does it, it would be nice if they just added a mount like that through a kindred system, right? It would be another reason to get kindred with like with Forichel, right? The people up there. If they like gave you a mammoth mount or somebody else, I think that would be cool. Oh, you're saying when you record you can't hear yourself? Is that what you're saying? Well, you do need to put a little bit of investment into, because it's like, is it kind of like an echo back? Because you can get an echo back through settings, but if it doesn't bother you, there's a little trick. Let's see. Here, can you see this right here? Sound setting. I'll give you a little trick real quick. If you go into I'm using a Focusrite connection, so I actually have a dedicated like professional sound thing, which you can get, but you're going to be investing, you know, a couple $100 into those things. But you can also go into properties, and when you go into here, you can say listen to this device button, and basically what that will do is it will give you it'll give you like a feedback loop so you can hear yourself. But the problem is, for me, I couldn't stand it because it's an echo. So when you talk, then you hear it like a second later, And if that's something that really bothers some people, that doesn't bother, but for me, it really bothered me. I need to be able to immediately hear my voice as I speak. So that's why I got the Focusrite set up more. But, and I wanted a higher, I mean, I do voiceovers in the Lord of the Rings Online. I need to have a very good mic. You need to be able to hear the differences in my voice when I talk differently. Like this. I'm going to a totally different voice. Right? I mean, this is my normal generic talking voice.
Or then we go into our Dwarven Undead King of the Darhan.
You know, that kind of thing. All right, anyway, we finished that quest talking to her. So then she wants us to go way up north to do something up here. I wonder what if these exclamation marks mean the same thing as, like, you know, like World of Warcraft, like the quests. I definitely like in LOTRO how quests are just rings of power. I think that's like the best. I've always loved that about LOTRO. Atla? Is that the Atlantis MMO? Johnny? Is that? Yeah. I just had a kind of reunion with a friend who lives on the East Coast in the United States, and he came over here back from the West Coast to see us. And basically, and then his other friend was there and his wife was like, "Oh wait, you have the original Pokemon cards? Have you got those like checked?" Because she's like really into them. And I was like, I haven't sent them in yet, but I've looked up some myself, and a few of them are worth a few $100s, but not all of them. I only have a couple that are like first edition, like expensive first edition ones. So I don't have a whole ton, but yeah, it is pretty cool. Yeah, it's again, it's a lot of work. I mean, you see over my channel's life of this very short year, it's gone by very quickly, but just over a year, I've learned a lot about doing stuff on the channel. And my goal is to always keep the channel a fun Tolkien community, but at the same time, I'm like always improving my quality of stuff for you guys, because that's always my goal. And I'm very picky myself about quality. So if I hear something, like for example, if my sounds are too loud, so tell me if the sound is too loud, guys. But I put out that one video, the spoilers one, about the new regions, and of course, you know, that video got 4,000 views in 2 days, you know. And of course, that's the video that I had changed settings and my music was too loud, which already was driving me crazy. And of course, now I have all these people going, "Hey, I love the video, but your music was a little loud." I'm like, I know. Oh, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Oh yeah, dude. Oh, the best. The best. I love Avatar, man. I grew up watching that, so. Again, you guys all remember the Avatar movie? I sure don't. We all just swept it under the rug. It was hideous. I heard they're doing another live action of Avatar: The Last Airbender, like a TV show. We'll see. We'll see if it's good or not. Because all I can say is the movie was pretty terrible. We all just went and watched the cartoon more because we're like, that's not the cartoon. I can turn into a cannon and shoot these guys. Hello, you want to get shot by a cannon? Come closer. Alright, well, let's switch back out of the cannon mode because, again, yes, that weapon can switch into artillery cannon, which is kind of cool. Whoa. What's this? Is that the thing we were supposed to find? Oh, that was it? Oh, sweet. All right, well. Let's run back here. Again, I love it that you can just climb in this game. I would love that in LOTRO if they made it where your character could climb walls. I mean, maybe they don't want that to be a thing, but I would really like that. I don't know about you guys, but I would really like it in LOTRO if you could climb walls like that. What is this thing? Huh? Do I have to shoot it with this? Okay, not that. Is it this? Is it this? What kind of... Is there a different weapon that I don't know about? Usually these are shot. You use a certain weapon to shoot these things. Oh, I can upgrade this? Let me upgrade this real quick. This is how you upgrade your... Basically, this is how when you're leveling up, you get stronger in this game. Okay. Yeah, I needed to upgrade these. I did not realize. Whoops. No wonder I felt a little weak. I hadn't leveled up since I leveled up my weapons. Again, I can like upgrade these like connecting things. Again, I'm learning this game, you guys. I'm a total noob at this point, but again, this is just for fun. I don't plan on being a super expert of this game because I don't plan on playing this game a ton. I just plan on having fun with my friends later, so I thought I'd share it with you guys a little bit. Again, that's why on this channel, like, again, you always know I'm going to be full Lord of the Rings stuff, but occasionally I'll share other stuff with you guys just because I consider you guys my subscribers and friends too. So I'm like, I might as well share some stuff that I'm doing right. Especially I'm just going to be playing here by myself. I might as well talk with you guys about LOTRO and stuff. And give you ratings for this game. Alright, let's see. Alright. I'm in combat, so you can't get on your mount in combat. So sad. Oh, man. Alright, we're back, boss lady.
Thank you. As soon as the power supply is restored, the purifier will start working again.
Yes, shiny charger does go for like $500. It does, especially if it's the first edition. It might even be more now. I don't even know. I know a lot of people, my phone friend was telling me a lot of people are doing a lot of the card trading during COVID because, you know, people didn't have as much stuff to do, right? During that whole thing. So a lot of people were trading Pokemon cards too. And apparently they made prices go up. Yeah, Korra was enjoyable, but it wasn't as good as the Avatar Lost Airbender. It just wasn't.
But we don't have the tools to...
But what about our lack of
like,
tools?
I just felt like the characters in The Legend of Korra, I don't know if it's because of I enjoyed Avatar at the age I was so much, Last Airbender, the cartoon, but I felt like Legend of Korra, and again, some people are like, oh, it's American, it's cartoon, it's anime. It really is an anime. Avatar Last Airbender, it really is. Kind of how it feels and looks.
We lost all of our inventory during the attack. We'll just have to try our luck in...
Whichever one you want to call it, I definitely felt like it was better than Legend of Korra. The characters were like more lovable, I felt like, in Avatar Last Airbender. Not that I'm saying anything was wrong with the characters in Legend of Korra. I just don't think you felt quite as attached, if that makes sense.
Please, I'll keep my ears to the ground for news on Sean for you.
And one thing anime does good is you get attached to those characters real fast, kind of like a TV show, you know? You feel invested very quickly. Alright, so now we're supposed to go all the way back to there, but there is something I can get right here, so apparently that's opened up now that I've helped with this quest, so I'm gonna grab that. Oh, never mind, it lied. There's still a force field. Let's talk to Linda here with her little dog. This is a really peaceful place. Okay, well that's good. That's awesome. I think I can teleport. I think I can use these things to space rift, right? Transmit. Yes, I can. There we go. I can teleport. That's nice. Whee! Teleportation! Beam me up, Squatty! Which he never actually says, but we all love to say it anyway. Someone pointed that out to me the other day. I was like, yeah, that's true.
Good to see you again.
I'm wondering if you can help me with something. The wind turbines at 201 are broken. Do you have any tools that we can use to repair them?
Tools?
201. Oh, where Bai Ling is. Did something happen again? As for tools, let's see. Do have a set. Here, take it.
Oh, thanks.
Don't mention it. Just think of it as thanks for fixing the laptop.
We'll mention it. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I love when people say don't mention it. Just like give them the pun of, oh, we're gonna say something. All right, so now we gotta go fix their like things over there. Again, really, place is pretty. All right, so can I transmit back? Yes, I can. Spatial rift. Transmit. Transmitting by biological code, so I can teleport it and take it apart into millions of pieces. Movie. Keep up with what you guys are saying. Cowboy Bebop, it's a good one. It's a really good one. My cousin loves that one. I think it is very good. I don't know, what'd you think of did you watch the live action on Netflix? What'd you think of that compared to the anime? I'd be curious what you thought about that. No. Hey, okay, well I'll tell you one of my favorite animes of all times, because when I watched it, it's gonna make me sound really old, but I promise it was out way before I was born. Rurouni Kenshin. You guys know what that anime is? Very more old-fashioned, from the early 90s. It might have even been, I think it was made in like, I don't even remember when they put it out, but really, really good. It's actually based on some actual history of Japan, but mostly made up, but very, very entertaining, very good. You thought it was very bad? Yeah, it didn't seem, like, just watching it, like, I was like, I watched it, I was like, okay, but I was like, it didn't really feel like they were trying to make it feel like an anime, but it didn't really feel like the original, from what I thought either. Alright, I thought I could break these with my gloves, but apparently I can't. Oh, I can. They're just really strong. Yeah, I was thinking about it because I know a lot of us, it's funny, a lot of people who like Tolkien, I find out the more and more I talk to people, a lot of people also enjoy good animes that like Tolkien. Again, we all like lots of things, right, in our lives. But maybe that's because we really like good stories, and a lot of animes that are good animes that aren't just crap have really good stories, kind of like Tolkien's has really good stories, and that's why there's that little, like, people who actually like good storytelling, or deep storytelling at least. I'm not gonna be Tolkien stuff, but you know what I'm saying. I definitely think that I'm supposed to fix this thing. I'm trying to figure out how to fix it here. Yeah, I definitely think my favorites probably are, gosh, there's a bunch that are so good. I really, for a newer anime besides Rurouni Kenshin, I liked Sword Art Online. I really liked the feel of it, just because at that time it's when I was playing a lot of LOTRO, a lot of MMOs, so it really, like, it clicked with me. Gosh, there's so many. Again, I need to make a list. I could make like a tier list. I'll just link it in the community tab. Community. Be like tier list, and which ones are totally fine for people to watch, and which ones you might need to be careful with. Because there's some that are pretty good, but have spots that you kind of have to skip. All right, here we go. Wind turbine. I fixed it. Yay. That was so easy. I just pointed at it and it fixed. I didn't even have to, like, get a wrench out. Huh? Space Battle Yamato, huh? Oh, very cool. I know what that is. I've never watched it personally myself, but I know what that is. All right, now the real question is, how do I get to this thing? Let's see. There we go. So get off. Oh, look, eggs. My guy's a little tired, a little exhausted. Tenchi Wu. I don't know that name. Now again, sometimes just like in real life, I am much better with faces and images of characters than names, with actors and with anime. So like if you show me a picture, I'll be like, oh yeah, I've seen that, I've watched that. But sometimes names, I'll be like, if it's not a really iconic name that was really simple, I sometimes will just be, whoop, there goes that name. And I took Japanese in college, which actually still helps me. I can't read fluent Japanese or anything, but when I'm looking at something, I can understand it very easily because I know how the syllables work and all that kind of stuff. So I can sound it out very easily, the word too. So who knew? Taking a class actually helped you in your life. Very interesting. Oh, okay. All right. Interesting. Had to draw our own cartoons. Oh, there wasn't any cartoons? What about Tom and Jerry? No, just kidding. I think that's a cartoon. I was watching something the other day. My friend put a playlist of classical music, and I'm someone who really likes classical music. And basically, it's a playlist showing other people who don't like classical music as much how many things are classical music that they like. They don't realize. Like, all the music for Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry. Like, those are all classical pieces of music, right? And then, of course, lots of our soundtracks for video games and for movies could be classified as classical music now. So you gotta just tell younger people. Again, I'm not that old, but I'm starting to get to the point where I have to tell people that. I was so surprised that some kids I was teaching the other day, or this last year when the class was in session, they didn't know what Winnie the Pooh was, and it made me. I was like, "What? You don't know who Tigger? Oh no, this is a tragedy." I was like, you gotta go watch it. Like, I understand that they watch Paw Patrol and all these other cartoons that are a thing right now, which are fine and great and dandy, but you guys haven't seen Winnie the Pooh? I mean, Winnie the Pooh was out way before I was born. Like, it was like, when I was young, it had already been out for a while. So, like, I saw, my mom had me watch it when I was little, even though it had already been a thing for a long time. Of course, I liked it. You know, it was good. I was just singing the song, Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the... Those classic theme songs. Big blue hair. Was it like the, and it was like that old-fashioned kind of anime look, right? Where it looks a lot more drawn. It still has the anime, like, look, but it's more like, they look more drawn. Like steep lines and everything. Does kind of ring a bell. I've probably seen pictures. I don't think I've watched it, but I think I know the character you're talking about. And we were happy, yes. I know, and nothing was being ruined in stories. Right? Alright, fix this. Alright, there we go.
It's
Perfect.
done. I wonder if Bai Ling found any clues.
Let's go back and ask her.
By the way, yes, I am Zollin, guys. If you've noticed, one of my characters says Zollin is talking. You know, there's a character in this name that was actually named Garrett with one T. That's how I spell my actual name. I was very impressed. Watch out! But I also found out there's a character named Paul, and it was spelled P-A-L-U, and it drove me crazy. Because they pronounced it Paul, P-A-U-L, but they spelled it Palu.
I fixed all 3 generators, so the shelter should have power now.
Great. We have clean water again. About Sean, I asked around, but no one's heard of him.
Did I get the name wrong and it wasn't Sean?
The most generic name of all times. Sean. No offense to my Seans out there. I have like 4 or 5 friends in real life that are named Sean who make that joke constantly to me.
There's another possibility.
It's a good name. I actually like the name
Sean.
I think it's a good
By
name.
the shelter. All of them fled the Crown Mines. I barely knew them, but maybe one of them is who you're looking for.
Yeah, see, but my dad's name is John, which is also a very, very common name in many languages too, is it not?
Over there.
Juan, John, all the other languages. Oh, okay. Okay. That kind of does... I think I know who you're talking about with the hair now. Alright, let's run over here and do this. I'll keep just running around doing these quests as we chat. Oh, okay, okay. Speed Racer. Oh, wait, I think I've seen that before. I think I've watched that in the past. Was Speed Racer the anime that kind of reminded me of later of... I know this came out after Speed Racer, I think, or maybe it didn't, I don't remember, but of like the actual pod racing in Star Wars? Was that Speed Racer, or is Speed Racer different? I'm trying to remember the name. There was one I watched that reminded me. It was like the trench run in Star Wars or the pod racing, where they looked like pod racers, but it was an anime. And this came out when I was really, really young, because it had just come out, and someone, and my grandpa actually recorded it for me, which was kind of cool. My one grandpa was actually very into anime, and he and of course he called it cartoon, but he recorded it, and I think it was played on, I don't remember what it was played on Cartoon Network or whatever, but.
Hi, do you know a Sean Garville?
Chucky? Where's my Chucky?
Chucky? I was wondering if you knew a Sean Garville. Do you know where he is?
Are you Chucky? Again, sometimes the voices go away for some reason.
Well, never mind. I'll ask someone else.
Tell Chucky to come back. It's not safe out there.
Is that her dog, right? She's holding? Because that would be kind of sad.
Sean? We don't have anybody by that name here.
Description. He is one of the miners who fled the Crow mines with you.
One of the miners? I know Armadillo, Tamir, and Redford, but I don't know a Sean.
All these complicated names. Redford. But I don't know Sean.
Okay, thanks.
Sorry. I'll stop ragging on Sean. Oh, look, it's Ray.
I do know a Sean, but probably not the Sean you're looking for, since he died years ago. As for him being a miner, you sure you got the name right?
Maybe I did get it wrong. Did Sean not use his real name either? Just great.
It might have been in the diary. Brian, we should ask Bailing.
Alright, we're gonna ask her again. Here we go. I'm gonna do this, and I need to turn on my fan a little better down here real quick.
So, did you find Sean?
I only found his journal, and anyone who might know him said they didn't. So maybe he's here under another identity.
There we go. I got a little temperature thing for my PC, just to make sure that when I'm streaming and recording and all this stuff for you guys, that it doesn't, that I'm not damaging any of my new equipment. Because it has a really good cooling system in itself, but it's under my desk, so I want to make sure it has enough airflow going in and out. Because I have my AC on too. But
the only clue I have is
otherwise this room gets way too hot when I do streams or recording for you guys.
Do you know where he is?
Thank goodness I have that.
You're looking for Brian? Well,
when you have a computer that's putting out, literally hundreds of degrees of temperatures, room heats up real quick.
You don't look like you're from around here. What trouble did Brian get into this time? I told him to stay home for a couple of days and not to run around.
Actually, we just want to ask him a few questions. That's it.
That's it. So we just want to question him.
He's on the lawn behind the house. Just turn the corner and you'll see. Would you like me to take you?
It's okay. Thank you.
This is their house. It's quite a little circle there. Nice little circle. Again, if you see these little things that, oh my gosh, it's this kid.
Are you Brian?
Unless there's a new kid named Brian in the neighborhood, that would be me.
Oh gosh, this kid is
You fixed the water purifier, right? I saw the whole thing. You wouldn't happen to be from Banja's dock, are you?
He doesn't sound like a 7 or 8-year-old the way he talks.
I know you're here to see someone, but you asked the wrong guys. Uncle Ray and Moto have no idea who Sean is. As for Granny Linda, she's been off her rockers ever since Charles went missing, and treating Sean like her lost son.
You know Sean?
Of course. He goes by the moniker Armadillo here. See that big warehouse over there? He's inside.
Again, the storytelling is very interesting how it kind of leads you on,
but Miss
you're
Bailing
like...
doesn't let anyone get
You're almost
close.
like a detective
The security cams in the warehouse
game?
ran out of juice a long time ago. No one knows what's going on in there.
Why is he confined?
It's not just him inside. Many who are badly wounded or with damaged suppressors are in there too, waiting for provisions from Banjas. Hopefully it's not too late for them. If you want to see Sean, you gotta go through Bai Ling first. The guards will let you in only with her permission.
Alright. I should stay away until I have permission to enter. Okay, alright.
Miss Bailing, we located Sean. He goes by Armadillo here and is confined in the warehouse.
He is Armadillo? Ryan told you everything, didn't he? Unfortunately, Armadillo has...
He didn't make it?
That's not it. When the power came back on, I checked the security camera and they already changed.
By that, you mean aberration, Miss Bailing?
Again, this is the condition in this game where they like turn into like mindless zombie monsters for some reason. If some compressor or something, like I guess it's some built-in part inside the living people.
I figured if the provisions from Banjas get here in time,
or it's like
they'll
from
be
radiation,
saved.
I don't know.
But now...
You know what we have to do if they mutated.
But they were my friends. I just can't...
They're no longer who you know. You can't keep monsters in the shelter forever.
All right. I'll get them to open the warehouse. Please help us deal with the... monsters.
The aberrants in the warehouse escaped.
Don't panic. I'm really sorry that I haven't been able to lead you through this disaster. But these monsters are no longer our companions. We must eliminate them.
All right, well. Again, I love these gloves. They're really, really strong.
Thank you. We're safe now. But, Sean...
He accomplished his mission.
All of the Fallen were once my friends. I'll never forget the sacrifice they made. I'll do my best as a leader.
What was that weird camera zoom
anyone
in?
down.
I guess they're like, so she's sad holding her hands together. It's kind
You
of
will
random.
certainly be an excellent leader, Miss Bailing.
By the way, she's glitching out. That's why she makes those weird little bzz sounds, apparently.
Thank you for everything you've done for us. The rebuilding is just getting started. You'll always be welcome here.
Good to know. Okay. What's this thing? Gathering energy source. Alright. Do you have precedent after I escaped? Okay, so this is the guy that has some of the energy source that that one guy had. Okay, got it. So now where do we have to go? Alright, so now I have to go way back up there, which good news is we have a little teleporter right here, so I can immediately get there. Woohoo! It's awesome. I don't have to wait a long time or anything. I don't have a, they have not given us release date yet, and I do not have any secret connections yet that know about it, if that's what you're asking. Sorry. So no, I do not know yet. My guess, when they usually do a release, it usually seems like it's somewhere within 3 months, usually. That's been my thing in the past, from what I've seen. It just depends, but yeah, it usually is that. So I'm supposed to go up to this tower. So it could be less than that. It could be just a month and a half. We'll see. Is this something I didn't get? There we go. I needed that. Oop, that go. Well, thanks so much for stopping by, even for a non-Lord of the Rings stream and talking so much. We had some fun talking about LOTRO, though, so thanks for joining. I'm going to hang out a little longer if anyone needs invites to Crick Hollow. Kinship, too. Alright, here's where we're supposed to come. What do we do now? Alright, so, I think we're turning off the giant laser because these all got turned on and they're wasting the power, so we're turning them off apparently. That's the goal. Alright, so I think we have accomplished that goal. Alright, we're going to space transfer to the next spot for the chapter. Again, being able to teleport around like this is very convenient. That's why I recommend in LOTRO, if they put those things on sale though, if you're playing LOTRO too, make sure you buy the milestones so you can teleport around while you're doing things. It's very helpful. But again, this game is very streamlined, very quick, so.
I shut off the Omnium Tower in
almost
Bandit
is a little
spawns.
too easy, I would say.
Got any news on Zeke?
They went to Cetus Island in Navia, probably seeking that neurotic Dr. Claire. That woman was a researcher for Hykros before feuding with higher-ups over some issues.
Hykros is like this high society group that are up in this floating city up in the skies, so I think that's kind of the thing. It's almost got that Alita Battle Angel vibe.
She single-handedly built Cetus Island and created a bunch of weird dolls, then started her research in hiding. Yeah, another scientific weirdo.
Yeah, that's kind of freaky.
He wasn't seriously hurt, but what happened to Theo traumatized him emotionally.
Mr. Kolador said he's very grateful to you, and that he's too ashamed to see us. He can't forgive himself for what happened with Theo.
People always come to their senses only after doing something foolish. Kolador needs time to repent. Hope that will be soon. This place can't run without him.
Are you leaving?
Yeah, we still got business to take care of. We can't stick around. Let's split up. You take Cetus Island. I'll go back to Hykros and see if the higher-ups can help.
The higher-ups. I see there's a little bit of a meme there because, you know, they're in the sky.
Dr. Claire served as a high-level researcher for Hykros.
Alright, so we need to go that way. Again, I probably could do some exploring of this area to be able to teleport around over here. Could do exploring quests. I almost think I might just do some exploring. It's good to. I'm gonna teleport over here, and we're gonna do a little bit of exploring stuff.
The research results were widely used in the early development of.
Again, see if anyone else needs kinship invites. There's only like 2 of us here, but right at this time during the stream. All right, so exploring things. If you look at the mini map up there on the top left, the radar. We need to go up here. It's little white things, so that's what we're gonna work on right now. Whee! All right, so we're gonna start with this thing. So I need to grab one of these weird little water guys and toss him into this thing. And there we go. There's our little achievement. Ooh, it was gold. Wow, that's cool. Here's the next thing we need to get. All right, and This is basically how you get the achievements done for deeds in this game. A little different than how LOTRO does it, but still cool. Alright, there's another one. Aha! Alright, well anyway. Probably do some more of this in the future, but I got some other stuff I want to get done for you guys today on the channel, some Lord of the Rings content. And I also want to make some, the corn has been growing very, very good. So it's very exciting. Outside in real life. I'm going to make a video about that. And then also I want to, if you guys watch this whole little stream, thanks so much for joining, you guys. And people are here right now. I'm going to go ahead and call it for today. This little unexpected stream of something different on Thursdays. Again, to tell you guys, I'm thinking of having 3 different streaming days. One of them will be LOTRO for sure, which will be on the weekend, probably Saturday or Friday. And then we'll have another one Saturday or Friday or Sunday, depending on what you guys go vote in the community tab. Basically, we'll decide which one will be for that. And then the third one will be probably on Thursday, and I think Thursday will be our day where I can play anything I want to do. It doesn't necessarily have to be Tolkien-ish, but it could be. It could just be playing LOTRO on Thursday. But depending on what I feel like, I might play a game that I've been playing with my friends, just chill out and show you guys, kind of rate it for you guys. I'm also planning on making a new playlist for the channel that will be reviews, whether I'm reviewing, you know, the actual Lord of the Rings movies, or I'm reviewing the Amazon TV series, or with Rings of Power, or I'm reviewing a video game, you know, or a certain Lord of the Rings video game, or I'm reviewing, you know, like the Tolkien movie, you know, that was about his life. I'm going to do a review on that. So we're going to make a little playlist specially for that, for reviews, because I don't really want to stick those all in my lore playlist, because my lore playlist is going to be about concepts, about talking about lore. And speaking of that, one thing we're going to have is we're going to have a, I have a video coming out in the next day or two, probably this weekend, of the differences between Tolkien orcs and World of Warcraft and D&D orcs. What are the differences? Are they all evil Tolkien orcs? You know, are they prone to be evil? That kind of thing. We talk about that. It's going to be a good lore video. I think you guys will enjoy it, hopefully. All right. You guys have a great, wonderful day in Middle-earth. Again, Zollin, the dwarf in Tower of Fantasy game. Good game. I like it. I don't like it as much as LOTRO, but it still is a good MMO. And if you, so far from my rating, what you saw me rate today, I think it's pretty clean so far, what I've seen for younger kids, if you want your, you know, children to play it. But yeah, I like it. I think it's a fun game. It's very relaxing. It actually takes less intensiveness of when you're actually leveling than other games like LOTRO. But yet it's funny because it's cool that it's not tab-based fighting, but like LOTRO actually seems more complex as a tab-based fighting system, which is very interesting, I think. But anyway, you guys have a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth. And to finish up, I just want to quickly shout out and thank my wonderful Patreons for the support. It means a lot, you guys. It really does. And again, if you're watching this as a video later, if you're here live, subscribe button's down there if I earned it. But subscribe button's there. Again, we will occasionally do things like this, but this is not usual. I will not always be doing like things that aren't Lord of the Rings. And then up there will be a next playlist video for live stuff. And over there is LOTRO Tale, my main content, and Lord of the Rings Online for voiceovers. All right. You guys have a great day in Middle-earth. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you all in the next episode or live stream of Voice of the Rings. See ya.